All right, welcome back, Craps fans. This is Scott from Paradise Craps on an off Friday. Looks like the trash folks have already come by. Gloomy, cloudy day here in Central Florida. Kind of cool. Supposed to be getting really cool over the weekend. It's not going to bode so well for poker tomorrow night, but that's all right. All right, so based on the comments, it looks like maybe bankroll is my biggest weak link in how I'm playing this. So I'm going to do 100 times, which I think Dr. S has said and Torture You has said. So I'm going to go to 100 times, so $1,000, which is still within my comfort zone. Any more than that is outside of my comfort zone. So I'm going to try a $1,000 bankroll at this $10 level and see if we do any better. And actually, I'm going to try for one of those earlier wipeouts, the $400 levels. So let's see if we can go for $400 win at a $1,000 bankroll. All right, so I got to reload here since I lost it all last session, I should say. All right, so there's 100. I don't think I really need more than 100 in red. Nickels. So we'll make it up in quarters and maybe a couple of black chips. All right. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. All right, so we'll do 500 in quarters. The thing I don't understand, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll do 4 in hundreds. All right, so there's our 1,000, and I'm going to try to go for 400. Oh my goodness, look at all these folks are here already. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, BAM. Good morning, Anthony. Wow, you guys are up really early. Crypto Addictive. Good morning. All right, so since all you guys are here, those sessions would have been wipeouts. Of course they would have. Yeah, of course they would have, because I'm playing exactly the same. I'm playing exactly the same as I played those. So that's why it's kind of disheartening that we've had, 4 wipeouts. So the thing I don't understand is why people think the DC is better than the DP. I don't understand that, because to me, it's exactly the same. I mean, you're going to see the same number of 7s and 11s, whether you're here or whether you're here. And you're going to get knocked off your DC the same way you hit the point. I don't understand why people would think that there's a difference there between the DP and the DC. To me, no difference, right? The way I'm playing, whether you do it on the come out here or whether you wait till a point's established and you do it, on the DC there. To me, there's no difference mathematically. All right, so let's try this again, $10. So we got a $1,000 bankroll now. I'm going to try to go for 400. So this may be a grinder of a session, but I got nothing else. I got to go get gas in the vehicle, and I got to check the battery. So that's all I got to do before lunch. So here we go, coming out. And we got a 6, 5, 1, 6. But I would like somebody to explain why they believe the DC is better than a DP. All right, BAM says, the back-to-back wipeout sessions make me concerned for the larger bankroll being the answer. I agree, BAM. But I think it's a solid strategy, and if that's the weakness, then, because several people have said, your bankroll should be 50 to 100, right? I was doing 40 times. But I'm not willing to go up above $1,000. I can do $1,000. So if I can play a $10 level with $1,000, I'm okay with that. So let's just see. Let's see, what that looks like. 617, all right. So we're off to 6. All right, 1 unit in the bank. So I'm looking for 40 units for this one now. 549. Let's see if that's even possible. 549. Here we go. And I understand if you guys don't want to stick around because this is going to be a marathon session, I'm guessing. That was a 10, hard 10, and there's a 9, so we're going to get knocked off the 9. All right, so we're going to lose 1 unit, back out for 2. Here we go. And we got a 2 craps, so we're going to win 2 units. Alright, so there we got 2 units, and we'll put that back there, and we'll put that back there, and we are ready to go. If the wipeouts were islands in the stream, I'd buy into the bankroll being the answer. Islands in the stream, I don't know what you mean by that. If they were anomalies, I mean, so we had 3 wipeouts in the first 30 sessions, and we've had 4 wipeouts now in the second 30. You know, we don't know what normal is, right? We don't know. The more data we have, the more likely it's going to be something that we'll see. And we got back-to-back 9s there. So we're going to lose that 1 unit. Back out for 2 units. And we got an 8. On the 8. All right. And we got a 4. And we got a 4. I was watching a video all over Vegas, who goes to a lot of different places, and he was doing 516. He was doing the Arizona Charlies on Decatur. So our place is going to be at Decatur and Harmon, and Arizona Charlies is up Decatur, and I don't know if that's 215, 628. All right, so we're going to lose that 2 units, and I'm going to go out for 3 units. But yeah, it was a nice walkthrough. Nice little casino. 325, $10 craps table with nobody on it. And we got a Yo 11. They had one deal. They had the dealer, two dealers on it. I didn't see a box, but 527. Just standing there chatting up. All right, so we got 10, 20, 30, 3 units back. And we're going to go to 2 units. Here we go. And we got an 8, 5, 3, 8. All right. BAM says, DPDC, all it's doing is moving the deciding roll. Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't have any probability impact whatsoever. I agree 100%. Yeah, I know, you're working. I know. I understand. All right, Steven says, I don't think it's a bankroll problem. It's a rollout problem? Oh, hold on, Steven. Come on. A long roll will kill any dark side strategy. You've had consistent long rolls. I think that's the problem. Well, you know, those do happen. So if that's the problem, then we don't have a strategy, a workable strategy. That's what I would say. I just have a really hard time shifting from light side, dark side, light side, dark side. How do you know, to me, dark side always has the advantage, right? So there was a 7 out. Dark side always is going to have an advantage once you have a point established. So at what point do you say, oh, the dice they're just happier today, so they're hitting more light side numbers, right? You're getting those longer rolls. That can change at any time. I mean, anybody that spent any time on a craps table knows short rolls are much more predominant than long rolls, right? I mean, we see a lot more short hands than we do long hands. So it's being able to survive those long hands with your bankroll. And again, because we're going to see more short rolls, I still think, that we have the advantage. So the problem is, if you need to survive those long rolls, how do you do that, right? Bankroll, right? You have to have enough bankroll to be able to weather 2 or 3 long hands in a series of short hands, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm asking a question. I'm not saying it like I know, because I surely don't, but it's 6, 4, 10. But I do not, so rollout problem. It is what it is, right? And we do see long rolls in the casino, but we just see a lot more short rolls. 2 craps. And to me, short rolls in themselves are not good or bad. It's hands complete, right? We need those 7 out, and not even hands complete because that's still point hit, right? Point hit is the end of the hand. So we only want 7 outs, right? That's all we care about. All right, and there's a 4-point hit. So again, that was a short hand, but it had a bad result for us because we hit the point. So I don't know. All right, coming out, 2 units. And we got a 6, 4, 2, 6. I mean, we know from a probability standpoint, we should see more 6s and 8s. So from a dark side, the 6s and 8s are not the best. Yeah, see, there's an 8. You know, they're not the best numbers for us probability-wise, but we still have an advantage. It's just a smaller advantage. And I think, if anything, I've learned rolling out all these sessions on my table is you just never know. You never know how that roll probability is going to roll out, right? So you just have to take advantage of the mathematical probabilities for any particular number and play that, right? All right, so we're up, what's that, 25, 40, 50 bucks. All right. Dr. S, good morning. Yes, early morning. Steven says, but when 2 or 3 shooters continue hitting points on come out or come out winners, it's hard for this to win. Yeah, again, unless they're doing something to manipulate the dice, random is random, no matter who's rolling the dice, right? Yeah, I don't know about the 2-unit ladders. I think that's just putting too much at risk. Now, Brian Pelton suggested on the washes, right? But he was really only talking about the come out washes. So if we were getting a lot of 7s and 11s, and where I'm struggling to get off the don't pass bar, or establish a point, I should say. His suggestion was go up 1 unit, and then rather than going down 1 unit, go down 2 units. So when we go up with the ladder, you're always making 1 unit profit, right? And that's one of the benefits of the ladder. But his suggestion was when you get into that churn, after you get up 1 more, so say you lose this, you double up, you win that, and then rather than going back just 1 unit, you go back 2 units because you're already back to break even, right? So trying to minimize your exposure, but only on the churns. He was only really talking about on the churns, I believe, for the come out. 325, point is 5. But I think your $100 bankroll, and that's what I'm looking at today, is, your 100 times bankroll, is that, how impactful is that, 639, on a strategy, making it successful or not successful? That's my question of the day. All right, so there's another unit. So what are we up? 50, 60 bucks? Here we go. Looking for 400. You have to try it to like it. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't think I need to try the 2 units. I've done enough of that. Hey, good morning, 2-wheel. All right, here we go. 314. 516. 437 out off the 4. Here we go. And we got a 10, 6, 4, 10 on the 10. And we got an 8, 5, 3, 8. 617. All right, so that's going to pay us another unit. Yeah, I'm not going to do any coloring up yet. Here we go, coming out. 516. 516, point hit. Down 1 unit, out for 2. Laddering up. Coming out. And we got an 8, 5, 3, 8. And we got a 4. And we got a 6. And we got a 3. And we got a 5. And we got a 7. Out. All right, so that's 2 units. All right, back in the rack. And we're going to go back down to 1 unit. All right, here we go. Yep, to each his own, that's for sure. All right, so we got to come out 7. Down. All right, back out for 2. And we got a 3. There we go. 2 unit winner. All right, back in the rack. And we'll ladder back down to base. Here we go. Actually, we're at 100 here already, but 4, 2, 6. And we got a 4. All right, so we're on the 6. And we got a 9. And we got a 5. And we got a 5. And we got an 8. And we got a 5. And we got a 10. And we got an 8. And we got a 3. And we got a 5. All right, getting into a long hand here. And we got a 2. And we got a yo. Again, I still would expect more 6s and 8s, but we're hoping for a 7. We got a 3. And we got a 4. Got a 5. Got an 8. And we got a 9. Got an 8. Come on, big red. 8 again. Dang. Lots of 8s. And there we go, 43. All right, so that's 1 unit. All right, so I'm gonna have to color up here so I can keep going. All right, now I'm going for 400. I want to see if I can do it with the $1,000 bankroll. I should be able to go to 400. So no cocktails yet. Steven says, I know this may sound strange and would be time consuming to change. I agree the rolls are random here, but standing at the same spot rolling the same way gets you into a pattern of wins and losses. What? No, come on, Stephen. At a real table, people are throwing. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You know, the big equalizer is right here, Stephen. See this? That's the equalizer. So it doesn't matter where you're standing, how you're throwing. If you are just picking them up and chucking them, exactly the same. There's no difference. If you got somebody that's setting the dice and they're changing it and they've got their throw and, you know, then maybe you could argue that they are manipulating the outcomes. I don't believe they can do it. I don't believe anybody can do it with any consistency if they're hitting this, because that is the great equalizer right there. Those pyramids, you hit that wall, forget about it. It's freaking random. I don't give a shit what you say. I don't give a shit what you show me. It's random. Okay, so, and that's what the strategy is all about, is a random roll, because all we're looking at is the probability of one pair of numbers coming up more than another. That's it, right? So I don't agree with your assertion that, that because I'm doing this, I'm impacting the wins and losses. Because I'm standing here and I'm not changing it, and I'm standing here and I'm not changing it, and I'm standing over here. No difference. None whatsoever. Not mathematically anyway. So that's my opinion, just my opinion. And like most opinions, everybody has one, and most of them are questionable, but that's my opinion on that particular subject. All right, so we're at 100, so I'm going to go ahead and color up. I'll color up 50 of this. All right, so get some more quarters back in there, and we'll take 50 over here. All right, BAM says, there might be less than 1% of players who can have an impact. Maybe 1%. Yeah, I think it's a pretty small percentage. But again, my philosophy is, when I walk up to a table, I will not bet on anybody or bet against anybody, however you want to frickin' look at it. I will not play my hand on anybody else's roll until I watch them, how they do the dice. And if they just pick them up and chuck them, that's the person I'm going to play with, right? If they're doing any kind of manipulation and they're trying to do this and they're doing this and they're going oogada boogada boo, oh please, here we go, and they're setting the dice and they're trying to just hit the back wall gently and maintain their roll, then I won't play on that particular person. Just because, again, I don't believe that they're going to be able to consistently influence the dice in any meaningful way, but they are manipulating the dice, and if they change random probability even once every 10 rolls, even minusculely, that's not what I'm looking for. I want true random probability. That's what the strategy is based on. That's all I'm looking for. So that's my point. The longest rolls I've ever seen were grip 'em and rip 'em. Yeah, I mean, it's just roll probability, right? It's so funny to watch people that are setting the dice and they got their books out and they're looking, all right, what dice set do I want to use? And then they PSO and they're like, oh my God, how did that happen? It's like, come on, really? Anyway, I think there's a whole cottage industry in that. Now, Jay the other night was saying that he had 720 rolls and he had a significant, SRR. He had an advantage of 8.3, I think he said, 7 to roll ratio, which should be 6, right? So that's a pretty good, in 720 rolls, that's statistically significant. So if he can do that on a consistent basis, then he's got an advantage, right? And that is a thing, but like BAM said, what percentage of people actually can do that on a consistent basis? I just go back to what George from CY said from his last year numbers. I mean, he was basically, random. And so, I don't know. I am very, pessimistic's not the right word, but I don't believe that anybody can really do it with any consistency. If they could, it'd be like South Point. I mean, South Point basically tells them, you got to slam this back wall. And you see that in more and more casinos, right? You got to hit the back wall, and none of this laying up against the bar down here. You got to hit the back wall. And this is the great equalizer. These pyramids are the great equalizer. You hit those with any force whatsoever, it's random. Pure and simple. All right, so that was 1 unit. Now we'll go out for 2 units. And I don't want to poo-poo anybody. You're welcome to, I think as part of the craps process, if you will, trying to see if you're one of that 1%. Can you do it? Can you do it consistently? All right, boxcars. So by all means, knock yourself out. Believe me, I spent like a year and a half, 2 years trying to do it. And I tracked every roll. I was using a blue die and a red die. I was tracking it using Bone Tracker 6410. I was not any better than random. So, you know, the numbers don't lie. That's really the bottom line. AC Doocy. So if you're honest with yourself and you track your numbers religiously, 426, and you, like Jay has done, you know, and then you find that you have an advantage, great, more power to you. Use it, man. Absolutely. But you won't see me betting on you. On your hands anyway. 6, that was a hard 6. And we got a 3. And we got a 7 out off the 10. Again, the views here are expressed are mine and mine alone. They're my opinion based on my limited experience with craps. So just caveat it that way. All right, so now we're going to ladder back down to 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, here we go. Yeah, no, it definitely magnifies your. I don't know about your advantage. I don't think it does anything to your advantage. It doesn't magnify your advantage. It speeds up your win goal, right? So by going higher faster with your bets, you are reducing the amount of time that it's going to take you to get to your win goal. But conversely, you're putting more at risk. So when you start losing at those higher levels, you're going to get whacked faster and potentially wipe out your bankroll. So that's all. You're not changing the mathematical advantage or disadvantage of the don't pass. That doesn't change. How much you bet doesn't change, right? All you're doing is risking a higher percentage of your bankroll to get to your win goal quicker. That's all it does, in my humble opinion. All right. Oh, too many damn words. All right. Steven says, I don't believe people can hit specific numbers by setting and throwing. Some can, like BAM said, but it's very few. But if the casinos didn't believe it was possible, they wouldn't care if people hit the back wall. Well, no, that's right. You're absolutely right. It is possible if you don't hit the back wall. The back wall is the randomizer, right? That is the equalizer to anybody trying to set the dice. So if you were able to consistently hit this landing zone and just bump the back wall, technically you've hit the back wall, right? But that's not what they mean. They mean hit the pyramids, right? But technically you could say, hey, I hit the back wall with both dice. Now, most casinos won't have a problem with that. As long as the both dice, if you can get them to both land here and bump the back wall, both dice, you're okay in probably 90% of the casinos. I've only seen South Point is, I think, the only one. Some of the cruise ships now, I've seen it where they said, hey, you got to hit the back wall. You know, got to hit the back wall up here, right? So, so you absolutely can control the dice with par toss or these different tosses if you don't hit these pyramids. 100%, that is a thing, right? But if you're throwing it with any kind of energy and you're hitting these pyramids, it's 100% random. So again, and I don't believe casinos, you know, their table games are set up for a certain rake, right? 120 rolls an hour, whatever it is, right? They know what their rake is going to be per hour, per day, whatever, right? They have that based, and that's based on random probability. It's just the pure math of the game. So if you've got somebody there that's taking a bunch of time and setting the dice, and they're slowing down the game more than anything, right? I don't think they believe that they can really change the outcome in any meaningful way, but it's just that they're slowing down the game, and the game is based on a certain number of rolls, right? So I think that's their biggest issue with dice setters. Secondarily, there are dice setters that can consistently pick, you know, within whatever roll they're using, whatever set they're using, there is going to be a predominant set of numbers that will come up more often than they should based on random probability. If they can hit here and slide them into the back wall. That's it. I mean, that is it. All right. Dr. S, when increasing, all right, I'm not going to talk about 2 units anymore. At every level, when there are inevitable back and forth, you are going to, all right, I'm not talking about that. Royal and Celebrity will call no roll. Both dice don't impact the back wall. Impact, right? Yeah, so what does that mean? So that's the part. Yeah, no, then the 2 dice thing, both dice have to hit the back wall. On Victory, they were kind of generous about that. They were, if you do it once or twice, it's not a big deal. But if you're consistently not getting both dice down to the back wall, I mean, and they'll tell you, even if you don't do it once or twice, they'll tell you, hey, sir, ma'am, both dice have to hit the back wall, and they'll be nice about it. But if you keep doing it, they'll just start calling no rolls, right? Got to hit the back wall. And why do you have to hit the back wall? Because that's where the dice get randomized. Yeah, they'll call a no roll, whether it's a 7 or not. They don't care. It's got to hit that back wall. 8. Because that is the great equalizer. All right, here we go. And we got a 10, 6, 4, 10. And we got an 8. Point hit. Again, 6s and 8s. Easiest numbers to throw other than the 7, so got to expect that. Our advantage is really quite minuscule. Oh, no roll, dice off the table. And that I do a lot. Not a lot, but I do throw the dice off the table more than I should, but I'm just trying to get enough energy into them to make sure they're randomized. That's my point, because that's all I really care about. Making sure they got a random outcome. All right, here we go. Coming out, 2 units. And we got a 6. And we got a 6. Again, not that surprising. 6s and 8s. All right, so that's 2 units. Going back out for 3. Actually, I should just use profit, right? 3 units. There we go. And we got a winner. Aces in both places. It's going to pay us 30. Actually, we'll just do 30. All right, and we're going to reduce back the ladder back down to 20, 2 units. There we go. Coming out. And we got a 3 again. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so that's going to pay us 20, 2 units. Back in the rack, and we'll ladder back down to base. There we go. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, so we got 50, 65, and we got 75 there. All right, here we go. Coming out. I hope you're right, Dr. S. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's not going to be that much of a cakewalk. So Dr. S says $400 win today is going to be a cakewalk with a 100-unit bankroll, like taking candy from a baby. So like BAM said, I'm not so sure the bankroll, and that's kind of what I wanted to see was, using that 100-unit bankroll, how impactful is that to a strategy, and this strategy in particular? All right, BAM's answering Stephen. 415. It's going to be a longer session, but I'm hoping that $1,000 bankroll makes a difference. All right, so we lost that, down 1 unit, but we will see. I don't believe it's going to be like taking candy from a baby, but if I'm successful, then I'm happy. 426. 4. I mean, you know, when you're gambling, it's like you're doing battle with the casinos, right? You think that you're hoping that you're going to get lucky and they don't. 5, 4, 9. You're hoping that your betting will overcome some of the variance. 6, 1, 7. All right. But in the end, you're gambling and the house has the edge. All right, so that's 2 units. And trying to have some fun, right? All right, so now we'll ladder back down to base, 1 unit. And here we go. And we got a 10 down on the end. And we got a 9, neater. And we got a 6. And we got a 10, point hit. All right, so we're going to lose that 1 unit. Back out for 2. Here we go. And we got a 6, 5, 1. And we got a 6, 4, 2. All right, 2 units down. Back out for 3. Here we go. And we got a boxcar. Push on the don't. And we got a 7. We're going to lose that 3 units. Back out for 4. Here we go. And we got a 9, neater. Alright, on the 9. And we got an 8, square pair. And we got a 6, crabs. A couple of hard ways there. And we got a tray, easy doocy. And we got a 6, hard 6 again. And we got a 2, aces, bullets. And we got a 6, 2 by 4. All right, come on, Big Red. 4, 1, 5, horse and buggy. Oh, 4, 2, 6, 2 by 4 again. 6, 4, 10, down on the end. 4, 1, 5, fever. 8, 5, 3, 8. 6, 3, 9, point hit. All right, so we're down 40 bucks there, 4 units. Going back out for 5 units. That's all of our profit right there. Here we go, coming out. And we got a 9 again. And we got an 8. And we got a 3. And we got a 5. Oh, dice off the table, no roll. Oh man, all the way out in the hallway. Got the door open. Heard that clicking, clacking across the tile. All right, we're right in the bathroom door here. All righty. All right, here we go. 6, hard 6. 5, off the puck there. 9, point hit. Ouch. All right, that's 50 down. So So now we're going to go out for 60. Back into our bankroll here, 6 units. Here we go. And we got an 8. And we got a 5. Haven't seen a 7 in a while. And we got a 7. There we go. Alright, so that's going to pay us 60. What do I want? I need nickels. Alright, there's 50 and 60. Alright, so we'll put this back where we borrowed it from. And now we're going to go back out for 50, and we'll just do 2 quarters there. Ladder back down to 5 units, and we got a 9. And we got a 3. And we got a 5. And we got a 7 out. Alright, off the 9. So it's going to pay us 2 units. 5 units, 2 quarters. And we'll put that back. And we're going to go ladder back down to 40. Here we go. Coming out. Boxcars. Midnight. And we got a 5. Fever point is 5. Got a 4. 314. 8. 538. 3. AC Doocy. 8. 538. 8. Square pair. 8. 5-3. 8. 5-3. Wow, man. 8s are coming hard and fast. 6. There's its sister. 2x4 on that one. 10. 6-4. 8. Once again. 5-3. 3. AC Doocy. 4. Little Joe. Okie dokie. 4 again. Hard 4. Ballerina. 11. Yo, 11. 7 out. 43. Wow, that was quite the hand. Sure, a lot of people made some money on that one. Alright, we made 40 bucks on it. That's not bad. Alright, so we'll put that back in the rack, and we're going to go back, ladder back down to $30. Let's see where we're at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we got 50, 60, 70, 75 bucks. I think that 75 we had in there from before. Oh, actually, we had 100, right? So it's going to be whatever's over 100. But anyway, so what do we got? We got, yeah, we're good. All right, what's everybody saying? Dr. S. Larger bankroll allows you to cross more peaks and valleys. Yes, I agree. Over time, the pass versus don't pass wind should come out close to even. Yes, 1.44 versus 1.36 or something like that. So yes, very close to even. The betting progression, yep, exactly, BAM. That's what the hope is. Bankroll management. Must go to base every session high. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although I'm not really keeping track of my session highs so much, and I do need to get better about that. All right, we got a 4. Man, this freaking stick is sticky, though. I don't like the feel of that. All right, so we're on the 4. I got to get a alcohol swab here. I was looking online to see if they make like a golf club. I know they make like a tennis racket grip that you can put on, you know, like a spiral wrap grip. I'm wondering whether that would help. I mean, I washed my hands before I came into the craps room, so my hands were clean basically. But you know, we have oily skin or whatever, and I can feel it. I can feel it build up on the stick, and it's not a good feeling. But again, I don't know whether this alcohol, this is just a Chinese-made stick. Could be the alcohol is breaking down the clear coat, whatever clear coat they put on here, and making it stickier. So that's why I was thinking, you know, if I could get something, maybe like a golf club wrap, as opposed to a tennis wrap, something I can wrap the stick with to give me a grip that would maybe not be as sticky. I don't know. Things I do not know. It's a pretty big list. Pretty big list. All right, so we're on the 4. See if that works better. Sorry for the intermission there. Okie dokie, here we go. Dr. S says, also important bankroll. Okay, we talked about that. I use those Clorox wipes with the dice and the stick. Yeah, those are just an alcohol swab, alcohol wipe, 70% IPA. All right, 325. 314, point hit. All right, so we're going to lose 3 units there. Go back out for 4. Here we go. And we got an 8, 628. On the 8. And we got a 7 out. PSO on the 8. All right, so we're going to get 40 bucks on that one. Ladder back down to 30. All right, here we go, coming out. And we got an 8. Yeah, it feels much better already. 7 out, PSO on the 8. All right, 30 bucks on that one. And we'll ladder back down to 20. All right, so we got 175, 85, 90. So we're at $190. So we're $10 away from our second $100. Here we go. 2 units coming out. 8, 5, 3, 8. I'm looking for 400. I want to wipe out one of those previous 2 wipeout sessions, 8 or 9. All right, so PSO on the 8. Nice. Like it. Like it. All right, so I think that is our second 100 right there. Yep, $110. So we'll go ahead and color up another $50 in red. $50 in nickels here. Leave us some ammo, but put some back in the bank. All right, there we go. All right, so we're up $210 right now. Back to base. Here we go. Hey Ada, how you doing? All right, here we go. Coming out. And we got a 6. $8. $6, point hit. All right, we're going to lose that 1 unit. Back out for 2. Laddering up. Laddering up. And we got a 5, fever. $8, square pair. 9, Colt 45. Boxcars. 9 again. 10, Puppy Paws. Oh, clicky clack 7. We'll take it. 5, 2 off the 5. All right, so that was 2 units. Back to us, and we'll go ahead and ladder back down to 1 unit. Here we go. 11, it's going to be a come out loser. All right, lose 1 unit, back out for 2, laddering up. Here we go. And we got a 7, another loser. 2 units down, back out for 3 units. Coming out. Another 7. All right, down 3 units. Back out for 4. Here we go. And we got a 3, so that's going to be a winner. $40 for 40. Back, ladder back down to 30. Here we go. And we got a 6 this time. And we got a 2. And we got a 7 out. Alright, so that's going to pay us 30. And we'll ladder back down to 20. 2 units. Here we go. And we got a 4. And we got a 7 off the 4. PSO on the 4. Alright, so it's going to pay us 2 units. Back in the rack. And ladder back down to base. Alright, let's see what we got here. There's one. It's 25, 50, 75. And then here we got 175. So what is that, 250? All right, 175, 250. Yep. All right. Coming out. 8. 5, 3, 8. And we got a 10, 6, 4. And we got an 11, yo 11. And we got a 4. And we got a 3. And we got an 8-point hit. Alright, so we're off the 8. Gonna lose 1 unit. Back out for 2. There we go, coming out. 9, Neener. 6, 3, 9. 11, yo. 6, 42, 2 by 4. 6. 5, horse and buggy. 6, 1, 7 out. Alright, that was 2 units. So we'll get paid 2 units. Ladder back down to base. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we got $75, $85 there. And we got 175 there. Alright, here we go. Coming out. Oh, loser. Come out 7. Down for 1 unit, out for 2. Whoop. And we got an 8, 6, 2, 8. Point is 8. And we got a 6, 5, 1. And we got a 6, 4, 2. And we got a 5, 3, 2. And we got a 9, 4, 5, 5, 4, however you want to look at it. And we got a 3, acey deucey. And we got a 6, 1, 7, ouch. Alright, that was 2 units again. Alright, so 2 units there. And ladder back down to base. And here we go. Coming out. 5. I'm going to call that a 5. Looks like that 3 is kind of pointing to the sky. Alright, let's see if we can get work on. There we go. 5. Point is 5. And we got a 7, 5, 2. We're all through and off the 5. Alright, so it's going to pay us 1 unit. And we need to get some more money back in the rack, so we'll take, that was 175, so there's a quarter. So now we got 200 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 200, 250, 275, 280. Alright, so we're at 280 right now. 1 unit coming out. And we're going to get paid on that one. We got snake eyes. 290. Here we go. And we got another snake eye. So that's 300 bucks right there. All right. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So there's 75. Yep. So we're at 300. So we're 100 bucks away from my $400. Yeah, we're 100 bucks away from bringing one of the wipeouts back. How much of it is bankroll? How much of it is just the roll? I don't know. I don't know. But several people commented that the bankroll was over multiple sessions. Several people have commented how critical bankroll is. So I'm like, all right, well, 100 times 100 units is $1,000 for $10. So I can handle 1,000. 1,000's like my maximum of my comfort zone. So if I can play a $10 table like at Decatur Charlie's or Arizona Charlie's Decatur, or the casino ships, the cruise ships, which I think are still $10 at least during the day, I'm okay with the $1,000 bankroll. I can bring a couple of bankrolls, but I just don't know. I don't know how impactful it actually is. So we'll see. I'm going to continue with this series. Let's see how we do. But all right, here we go. Coming out. And we got an 8, 6, 2, 8. See if we can get another 100 bucks. And we got a 10, 6, 4. Then I'm off to do my chores. 6, 3, 9. 4, 1, 5. 4, 3, 7, ouch. Alright, so that's going to pay us 1 unit. Back in the rack. Let me get some lammers in here so I can easily see my 100 stack. Alright, so there's 200. Let's go ahead and put another quarter back. So there's 250 in green. Alright, here we go. Coming out. 1 unit. 3, winner. Nice. Alright, add that to our bankroll, or our rack anyway. 6, 4, 10. Down on the end. And that's a 6, 4, 10. So that's going to be a knockoff. Alright, so we're going to lose that 1 unit. Back out for 2. Put my lammer back that I just put out there. Here we go. 2 units coming out. 7. Oh, lovely. come out 7. Down 2 units, out for 3. Here we go, coming out. And we got a 9, 5, 4, 9. And we got a 4. I mean, honestly, the bankroll has nothing to do with this particular session because we haven't gone into the greens or the blacks, right? So, you know, as far as impacting this session, the bankroll's been negligible and nothing, right? No impact. 5-2, all through. All right, so that's going to pay us 30. Now, if we had to go deep and recover, then that'd be something. But yeah, this was an easy one so far, knock on wood. All right, here we go. Coming out, 2 units. And we got a 6. It's when it gets bad, right? That's when we'll see whether the bankroll has got any impact. 4. The difficult sessions. The easy sessions are easy, right? This is just like $400 sessions is what I'm trying to play here. 3. 8. Because like Red Eye said, it's all one long session anyway. 6, 2, 8. 10. If you look at it that way, right? Hard 10. And we got a 2, 3, 5. Fever. And then he's not wrong. 6, 4, 10. Our life is just one long session. Hard 4. 5. Horse and buggy. All right, Big Red. Come on now. We got 2 units out there. Don't let me down. 6, 3, 9. Don't be all bashful now. 2 aces in both places. 6-point hit. 7 was thumbing his nose at me. All right, so that's 2 units down. Back out for 3. Laddering up. Here we go. And we got a 7. We're going to lose that 3 units. Back out for 4. All right, here we go. And we got a 9. 5, 4, 9. All right. And we got a 4, hard 4. And we got a yo, not a yo, we got boxcars. Close to a yo, but 1 extra dot there. And we got a 10, 6, 4. Out there for 4 units right now. And we got a 3, acey deucey. And we got a 6, hard 6. And we got a 4, hard 4. The hard way is coming. Get your bets out. 10, hard 10. 2 aces in both places. Come on now, where's that 7? Haven't seen one in a while. There we go. There we go. 43. All right, so that was 40 bucks. And we'll put that back, and we'll ladder back down to 30. 3 units. Here we go, coming out. And we got a 6, hard 6. And we got a 4. And we got a 5. An 8. 5. 10. 11. 5. All right, come on, 7s. 8. 6. Point hit. Dang it, dang it, dang it. All right. All right, so we're going to be down 3 units there. Go back out for 4 units. There we go, coming out. And we got a 9, meaner. Whoa, bouncing dice. 9, lovely, lovely, lovely. Point hit. Down for 4 units. Back out for 5 units. There we go. Coming out. 4, 3, 1, 4. And we got a 3. Could have used you a roll before. Oh well. Here's a 7, so that's all right. Got off the 4 okay. All right, so that's going to pay us 2 units. And we're going to go ahead and ladder back down to 40. Uh-oh, we're out of nickels in our profit side here. And we got a 10, 6, 4, 10. There we go. And we got a 9, 6, 3, 9. And we got a 10, point hit. All right, so we're going to lose that 40. And go back out for 5 units. $5 units, $50. Here we go. 11. I'm going to lose that 5 units. Go back out for 6. There we go. And we got to come out 7. So we're going to lose that 6 units. And go back out for 7 units. There we go. And we got another 7. Gonna lose that 7 units. Go back out for 8 units. Here we go. And we got a 6. And we got a 7. All right, so it's going to pay us $80. So we got 50, 60, 70, 80. And we got to put that back there. And actually we're down another quarter there. All right. There's the other quarter there. And we're going to go ahead and ladder back down to 70. All right, 7 units from our 8 units. Here we go, coming out. And we got a Yo 11, so we're going to lose that 7 units. Back out for 80, 8 units. That's all of our profit, 628. But our original bankroll sitting there, 325. 4, 3, 7 out. All right. So again, we're going to go 80. So we'll take there's 50, 75, 80. All right. So we'll put that back in the rack, and we're going to reduce that back to 70. All right. Here we go. Coming out. 7 units. 5 fever. And we got a 7 out on the 5. Alright, so that was 70. So we'll do 75 for 5. Oop, back in the bank, not in my rack. Alright, so that goes there. And we got 70, and so now we're going to go to 60. Oh, yeah. Did I take a 5 off of that? I think I did. All right. So that was 70. Now we're at 60. All right, coming out. 6 units. And we got an 8. And we got a 6. And we got a 9. And we got a 10. And we got a 9. And we got a 9. And we got a 10. And we got a 9. Wow. Crazy how they come in streaks like that. Not that you could bet on them, but it is interesting. 4, 3, 7 out. All right, so that's going to pay us 60. And we're going to ladder back down to 50. Let's see where we're at, since I don't have any idea here. All right, 100, 175, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, come back here, nickel. All right, there's 5. All right, so there's 200. And then we got 25, 75, 85, 90. So 290. All right, here we go. Coming out. $50, 5 units. 3 winner on the come out. Nice. All right, so it's going to pay us 50, 5 units. And we'll put that over here. And we're going to reduce that to 4 units. There we go, coming out. And we got an 11, so we're going to lose that 4 units. No problem. Back out for 5. Coming out. 9, Neener. 5, 4, 9. On the 9. And we got a 6, 2, 8. And we got a 6, 2, 8. And we got an AC Doocy. And we got a 6, 1, 7. Ouch. Off the 9. All right, so that's going to pay us 5 units, $50. All right, so there's 5 and 5. And we're going to go ahead and reduce that to $40. 4 units. Here we go, coming out. 4, hard 4. 8, 5, 3, 8. 10, hard 10. 5. 5. 6. 8. 6 cards. 6. Looking for big red. 8, square pair. 6, 1, 7, out. Off the 4. All right, that was $40. 4 units back in our rack. All right, let's see where we're at. All right, so we got 300, 350, 375, 390. So, oh, 390. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, back to base. What the heck? What the heck am I doing? Thought we were at like 290. 1, 2, 3, 50, 75, 85, 90. Wow. Oops. All right. Hey, Red Eye, good afternoon, good morning. What's the count? the true count. Yeah, we've been lacking some sevens. They've been hiding. But we're close to our $400 win goal, so pretty good with that so far. Been a good session, not too painful. Been a long one though. I don't know what this corresponds to in casino time, but my back is starting to yell at me. So on Scott's crappy table, it's been a hot minute. Let's see what my phone says here. All right, I'm at 99%, and we've been doing this for 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that's probably close to 4 hours on a real table. Or I should say a live table, because this is real. It's not simulated or virtual. All right, here we go, coming out. Looking for one more dime. 4, hard 4. 5, 4, 1. And there we go. 7 out off the 4. All right, well, we just got back $400. So that wiped out one of our wipeouts. That's encouraging, right? All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 75, $400. And we got 100 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 900. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 plus 4 is 1,000. And so we get the bank $400. 75, 100, 200, 300, 400. All right, all these can go back. That's all going to go back in the bank. Back in the boat. All right, well, thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday. May have to do this afternoon, I don't know. You would have been wiped out at the $400 bankroll when you were at 80. Really interesting. Not surprising. On your last video, I posted about the inside step ladder. It's the only system I play without the 7 on my side. Yeah, and I saw that. But it's, again, it's shifting. Yeah, you're welcome, Red Eye. Sorry you weren't here that long, but yeah, it's shifting from the light side to dark side to light side. I don't have a good feel for at what point you do that. I'm comfortable on the dark side. I like the probabilities on the dark side. So, you know, shifting from one to the other, that's challenging for me, shifting gears. But if you want to, and I think you were the one that asked, certainly on one of these sessions we can have another bankroll on the other side for you, and you can play it your way, and we can see in the end who does better. I'm okay with that. I think I can handle that. Maybe not at this $400 level like we just did. Oh, I better write that on the board too, otherwise I'm going to forget it by the time I come back in here. All right, so number 10 is plus 400. Hey, and I don't have to edit the title. We only did one session today. Plus 400. All right, so that wipes out one of our wipeouts. I'm going to try it again this afternoon, maybe. We'll try another $400 session, see if we can eliminate those 2 wipeouts, and then it'll get us back into the hunt. And then I think just going for $100, $1,000 bankroll, $100 would be my normal MO. I would leave the table at plus 100, but at this point, I'm trying to see what the bounds are of this $1,000 bankroll at the $10 level. So, yeah, dark side. I'm definitely a dark sider. The math just doesn't add up on the light side. Maybe call this strategy slow and steady wins the race. That's funny. I said that yesterday at work. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, I mean, the ladder is a great way. It's a great betting strategy. I think it's a lot better than a martingale. But you got to have the rolls, right? If you don't get the rolls, doesn't mean shit. All right, guys, I got to go get gas in the vehicle, get the battery checked, you know, that fun stuff, the domestic stuff. And then lunch with the wife, so I'm looking forward to that. So have a great rest of your Friday, and we'll see you back here this afternoon for another $400 win goal session at $1,000 bankroll. You heard it here first. Scott from Paradise Crabs. Just kidding. See you.